Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the Burning River Browns Talk, part of the Fanatical Elves Network and a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. I am Lou Marconi at L Marconi251 on Instagram and at L Marconi1973 on Twitter X. Hey, mandatory minicamp starting this week. We're going to talk about that. Talk about more things that I'm hearing about with Nick Chubb. Just saw something that was interesting today, but hearing two different things. And also, yeah, I got a little bit of proof that I'm not crazy, just to let you know. So stay tuned in for that. We're going to talk for about the next 10 minutes or so. And I appreciate you coming in and joining me every night, Monday through Thursday at 9:30 and Friday nights. Excuse me, Sunday through Thursday at 9:30 and Friday nights at 9 o'clock with my co-host Sherry. Appreciate all of you. So before we go any further, I do need to pause because we have bills to pay and we have a word from our sponsors. All right, we're back. Thank you. Okay, let's go right into it. Mandatory mini camp started today. Today was media day. We saw the pictures. Looks great. Uniforms look great. It was great to see Nick Chubb in a Browns uniform. Um, I'm telling you what, there was a tweet that I saw today. I'm not going to share it because I don't have it here in front of me, but I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to read it that I thought was interesting. And I posted it myself, or reposted it, I should say, and I tagged some people in it. And I thought it was very interesting when I saw it. Let's see if it's this group of tweets because they got to go to your replies or something like that. And it was Quincy Carrier posted something saying read the tea leaves. I think everyone in Berea expects Nick Chubb to be full go within the first 4 weeks of the season. I could see that week 3, week 4, maybe week 3 against the Giants at home. Maybe week 4. Week 4 is in Las Vegas against the Raiders. We'll have to see. I tagged a group of people on it and I retweeted it. I thought it was very interesting that he said that. So he's saying read the tea leaves. So basically signs that he's saying. I also did hear in a video this weekend that Nick Chubb is beginning squatting. Now I don't know how much weight he's squatting, but if he starts squatting like 500 pounds, then he's getting close to being ready to come back. I think he has to be ready physically and mentally in order to produce. And if there's anybody that can do it, it is Nick Chubb. So that's what to look for. I don't think he's going to be doing much in the mandatory mini camps. I think you're going to see a lot of offense installation. Everybody's in that's supposed to be in. Jerry Judy looked great in a Browns uniform in the media day today. So did Amari Cooper. I am genuinely excited about this team. Now, yesterday, I did get pretty vocal and vociferous, if you want to say it that way, about what I think, what we need to do as fans. Rich Eisen isn't the only one that thinks this team has potential. Garrett Bush on his show, the Ultimate Brown Show, played the clip. Now I could play the clip, but I'm not going to dig it up. I'm not going to do that. Pretty much, Rich Eisen was saying he gave a list of best case scenarios for Browns in the 2024 season. Nick Chubb, comeback player of the year. Well, if Nick Chubb does do that, he comes back and he rushes for 1,000 yards. Absolutely. After that injury, he comes back and rushes for 1,000 yards. That's comeback player of the year. Absolutely. Miles Garrett will lead the league in sacks. Well, that'd be around 20. That's possible. Deshaun Watson would be an MVP finalist. I mean, if he plays well, he's good enough. He gets back to that 2020 form. Sure, why not? You're talking about 4,000 yards passing, about 30 touchdowns, no more than 15 interceptions, and maybe about 400 yards rushing, and maybe about 5 touchdowns rushing. That's just it. Could be that could be done. Not saying it's a possible. The thing is, we got to stay healthy. That's all that has to happen for us to stay healthy. And also, the last thing he said, Best case scenario for the Browns, or they're basically saying that the Browns have the ability to do this, is win the Super Bowl. That's right. Rich Eisen said that on his show. One of the national media guys actually used the Cleveland Browns winning a Super Bowl in a sentence. I'm not crazy. I'm not out of my mind thinking that this team is good. This roster that's been put together is special. This is the type of roster that's going to be tough to replicate. We're not if Amari Cooper gets extended, which could be expected by the end of training camp, and JOK gets extended, and so does Nick Chubb. Okay, there's maybe one or two free agents on the team. Everybody else is under contract through 2025. Everybody comes back. You're not going to see a lot of moves in the 2025 offseason because they're not going to have to. There's going to be a lot of guys under contract. You're going to run it back again, which is great. We have continuity and stability. Everything's there. Two things: health and luck. And I always said luck is preparation meeting opportunity. And by our preparation, excuse me. Sorry, I got a little flustered. That by our preparation, we can create opportunities. This is going to be a good team. Now, I'm not making any. I say best case scenario, we're holding a Lombardi trophy at the end of the year. I'm smoking a cigar in here, sipping a drink, and waiting for that parade downtown in freezing cold weather. And you're damn right, I'll go. I will go. I'll bring my kids. I said, so once, hey, this hasn't happened in a long time. Be happy to go. And I'd be happy to come on live here with my colleagues on the Fanatical Elves. So it's the best case scenario. So here we are, mandatory mini camp. It's already June 10th, guys. We're going to blink and training camp's going to start in the Greenbrier, and it's going to be the end of July. And then preseason's going to fly right by. This seems to me like this whole offseason has flown by because it's been a great ride. Not a lot of negative news to point to on the Browns. Not a lot at all. Not. People try to make it and spin it that way, but Deshaun Watson's healing. He's going through his rehab process. Nick Chubb is healing. He's going through his rehab process. They have a plan in place to install the new offense. It's going to happen. You're going to see the beginnings of this plan. I wouldn't make too much into the mandatory minicamp because I think a lot of it's going to be installation of the new offense. And you got Jim Schwartz come bringing back with his defense. And we actually, the roster has improved from last year. 2023 roster was not as good as this roster. It's more deep. It's more deep at quarterback. It's more deep at receiver with adding of Jerry Jeudy. It's more deep at defensive tackle with a draft pick of Michael Hall and Quentin Jefferson as a pickup. It actually, Jordan Hicks is an upgrade at linebacker. Devin Bush, I don't know if he could stay healthy. He hasn't been the same since his knee injury after his rookie year. Really, he hasn't. But maybe in the right scheme and around the right players, he can flourish. He can do better. Secondary's coming back. I can't think of anything else. I mean, it's going to be interesting with the new kickoff. We drafted a guy for that, Naheem Hines. Not drafted, but we picked up a free agent, I should say. It's there. All the ingredients are there. It's going to be an exciting time to be a Cleveland Browns fan. And the thing I would tell is just, guys, let's embrace it. Let's enjoy it. Let's just smile and just enjoy this. Go to the games, cheer, be happy, and enjoy it. Because you know what? We deserve it. And you deserve it. We all do as Browns fans. Thank you. I appreciate all of you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow at 9:30, and I'll be back on Friday night as well at 9 with Sherry, and we'll have a special guest as well. Before I go, I want you to always remember, when the river burns, it burns brown and orange. You have a great night, and go Browns.